Welcome to the Not. My God, do anybody wants to introduce this instead of me? Because it seems like
I think you should just leave it like that.
Yeah, it'll be
Dude,
funny.
we can't manage
Ah.
to say our name.
Oh God. Okay, welcome to Not the Fuck Gaming Podcast, the podcast where we talk about games and sometimes we don't say fuck. I am William Hououin and I'm with.
Gruebitten.
And we have a very special guest today, which is.
Nico, hello.
All right.
Oh.
Hi, Nico. Very happy to have you with us today. So, I've heard you have a YouTube channel. Well, what is it called? What is it about?
Yeah, it's called Possimonious, and it's just basically drawing videos and gacha stuff, like little animations.
It seems pretty nice. I am subscribed to this channel, as everybody's listening to this should be. I'll put a
I'm
link in.
subscribed too.
Yay!
Yeah.
2 of my 223.
Well, you're doing better than me. And yeah, I'll put a link in the description and on screen and everywhere. It's gonna be raining links.
Yay!
So since you're new here, Nico, what have you been playing lately? So we can get to know you through the games you play.
Well, I just recently got Skyrim a couple of months ago, and I'm playing this. Like, I have 2 characters. One, I have this angel ball ray of sunshine. And second, I have emo, goth, dark elf, assassin, hopefully vampire soon.
All right. And are you liking it? Are you far into the game?
Yeah,
It's a pretty long game.
it's great.
I'll have to say I bought this game twice because it's re-released every 6 months or so, and I never finished it. I'm kind of ashamed of that, but yeah, never finished it. And I've played long games. I don't know what it is, why I'm not finishing it, but yeah.
I hope that many people don't finish it.
I haven't finished it yet either.
Yeah, I haven't even got over level 20 yet, and it's been months.
Well, there's just tons of stuff to do. You can definitely lose quite a bit of time in doing side stuff and just exploring the map. So I don't want to go too much on a tangent, but I've been looking lately at achievements. I'm not a huge trophy hunter on PSN on PlayStation, but I've been looking, like, when I finish a game, I'm always quite surprised to see that the achievement called, like, finishing the main story is under 30%, and sometimes it's very old game. I've played Journey a few months ago. It's a 2 hours game. All right, I've played it actually under 2 hours, and the completion rate was like 28%. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that for all games, but you take a game like Skyrim, and it's a very long game, so I can understand somebody playing for like 50 hours, and then, you get burned out and you stop playing. But it seems to apply to very short game too. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just too many games coming out these days, so you always want to play the new thing, but you don't have time to finish the previous game you're playing. I don't know. There's something there to explore, I think.
Yeah, I have Legend of Zelda, and the most I've ever done is get all of the map explored, and I've never once touched, like, the bosses. I'm too scared of them.
Do you mean Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, my son played that for a bit, and I think he found it too hard. He's like 10 years old and not much a action adventure type of person. He's more into a survival game like Ark and Ark is a big one for him. And
I love Ark myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So he
That
got
has a pretty in-depth storyline with several like additional downloads you have to buy to finish it.
yeah. And he's playing Minecraft too. But in Zelda Breath of the Wild, he got stuck at the boss in the elephant thing, the elephant robot, and there was a boss, and he got stuck and kind of gave up pretty quickly. So, but it's fine. At least he tried it, you know.
Yeah, I gave up on Zelda pretty fast. I got so frustrated with things breaking all the time. I was just like,
oh my god, yeah. You get a nice weapon, gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was bothered by that too. It's definitely not a staple of Zelda games to have things breaking, and I thought it was annoying because it really was too much. You could kill like 2-3 enemies and your weapon would break.
Yeah, that's why
I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do the bosses, because it's like you spend like 5 weapons on something, and then it like, what does it give you? Maybe 1.
Yeah, I was annoyed by that. Yeah,
that sounds really annoying.
Yeah,
I never got to a boss, so
I didn't either, but that's what I expected it would be like.
So to get back on track, Gruebitten, what have you been playing lately? Are you still on that Chimera Land thing?
I am. I'm still in Chimera Land. Getting up there. I'm getting close to max level now. I still haven't put time into my pets and attendants, which is really starting to hurt my gameplay. But you know me, I'm not big on combat. I can chop trees and mine and craft all day and spend lots and lots of time decorating and designing my house, which is what I spend all day doing there.
Hey, it's fine. If you enjoy it, you're winning.
Yeah, it's got lots of building options, which is what I like. You can make some really beautiful houses. People have designed some really nice stuff, and I love doing that. I just love building a house and filling it with furniture, and of course, furniture takes a lot of stuff to craft. One of the reasons I'm now investing in pets is because I need a pet that can hover in the air. I have a flying condor, but it can't hover. It has to keep moving when it flies. And I need star stones to make a piece of furniture I want. So I have to go to outer space to get them. And I had a very frustrating week in Chimera Land, actually, because I thought you had to get into the rocket to go to outer space. That makes sense, right? You'd think.
Yeah, it would make sense, indeed.
Yeah, there are rockets. You build them, and then you get in them, and you go to outer space. And I think that sounds like that's how you get there, but no.
Seems you stuck with it. You didn't stop, though.
If you use the rocket, you get to outer space all right, but then it weirdly ejects you in outer space. And I was like, I can't summon my mount. I can't summon my flying mount and do anything but fall back to Earth at this point. And I was so frustrated. I built the rocket 3 times and did this 3 times, and I started having a meltdown in my tribe chat. I'm like, why can't I get my mount? I can't do anything after I get to outer space. And they're like, just fly there. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, just get on your condor and fly to outer space. I'm like, oh my God.
You know, just break the stratosphere with the board.
Yes, exactly. I'm like,
oh, wow. Well,
oh, that was I was
well,
like,
I guess now you're an expert at building rockets, so
Yeah, well,
maybe
the rockets are useless. I'm like, are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
yeah, it's a weird design choice for sure. But the little things I've seen from this game, the design is definitely let's use the word whack. It's very whack. You can do a lot of weird stuff in that, and I think that's I'm all for it actually. But
Some of the stuff
it
is really funny. Like
it's not.
Nico was in the game for a little bit, and she had a flying mount, but she put wings of a beetle on there, I think, and it went
Oh,
flew
yeah.
really, really slowly. And then I decided to climb on her head. Well, actually, she did it to me first, and then we're like, "Oh, hey, can you ride your flying mount while the other one is climbed on your head?" So I climbed on her head. And then
It
she got on
was.
her really slow flying mount.
I tried to
And
skip a
yes, it
mountain.
works. She flew very slowly up the mountain and into the
And
mountainside.
then I crashed into the mountain and we all fell.
Well, it seems you had a great time anyway, though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Did you hit a paywall yet?
Not yet, no.
Well, that's surprisingly good to hear.
Yeah.
Because
It's very
seems
good.
you've played quite a bit. You know, you're almost max level from what you've said, so I guess it's a few hours of gameplay for sure.
Yeah. One thing I have not done though is invest in pets and attendants, and I have a feeling that the paywall really starts hitting there.
Yeah, at end game for sure. Yeah.
With the pets, especially. I've seen a lot of advertisements for buy this pet, buy that pet, buy this for your pet. So
Oh, geez.
that might be where I hit it. Sure.
Yeah.
So far, it's still been tons of fun.
Well, that's great. As long as it's fun. Maybe you'll be able to talk about a paywall or not in the next few episodes of the podcast. We'll see. We hope not. So on my end, I was playing during the last podcast. I was playing Weird West. I was enjoying this quite a bit, but then because of you, Gruebitten, you're the response. It's on your what's the way of saying that you're responsible for this. We talk about mood games, like games to play when you're stressed or when you're angry, or and I talk about the Warriors franchise, Dynasty, Samurai Warriors, and stuff. And then I really wanted to come back to this. So I took from the library Samurai Warrior 5, and I've been having a blast with that. So I don't know, Nico, if you're aware of that franchise.
No, but I do have a game to suggest.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Well, when you're stressed, you sometimes feel like, I don't know, maybe chopping off your enemies' heads. So you go to Roblox and you play Guillotine Tycoon.
Oh, so all right, you can talk about a bit about that. What is it about? I know
Seems
Roblox.
like real peaceful,
Yeah,
mellow.
very peaceful game. So basically, you have a guillotine, and there's a little character that spawns, and its head gets chopped off, and for every head you get, that's 1 money. And with that money, you can buy more guillotines to make more money.
Do you the heads you're chopping, are there from NPCs or other players?
NPCs. They just
Alright.
just spawn. But you can also chop your own head off.
Does it give more money?
No.
Oh.
You just can do
That's a
it for the
bummer.
fun of it. And you can get the heads and you can put them in the the head shredder.
Oh well. That I'll put some footage of that in the video of the podcast, so people can have a very nice look at things. So okay.
If you get 50 guillotines, you can have a golden one.
Ooh, because it
Golden
chops more
guillotine.
heads.
Yeah, it chops 60 worths of people's heads.
Yikes. So, and what is the end game? You know, what is the not the end game, the goal of the game? Like, is it to just make more money to buy more guillotines and chop more
Yep.
heads?
Basically.
All right.
It's very
It-
relaxing, not at all riveting.
It makes me think about my sister. You know, when you have kids, you kind of have to play Roblox at some point or another, and my sister got into the washing machine game.
Oh
So-
my gosh, I played that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's kind of the same in a weird way, because the goal of the game is to wash more clothes and buy more washing machine and bigger ones, and there's nothing else than, you know, having more washing machines to wash more clothes.
they
Except
have
for getting the
achievements, too.
extra large washing machine, which you can punt other players into.
Well, I didn't know about that. I haven't played it myself, but yeah, she talked to me about that. She was like, dang, I didn't want to play Roblox, but now I'm kind of addicted to that washing machine thing. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anything else on that killing people stuff?
No, it's pretty much like other Roblox tycoons in that the end game is just more of the same.
Yeah. I like the speed drawing game. You know, you get a theme like Halloween, and then you have to draw something. You have 2 minutes, and then you vote for what was the best of all the
Oh,
people
yeah.
drawings.
I don't think I played that one.
I've
I
played
like
it.
that.
I sometimes cheat and use my iPad, which has a nice stylus.
Yeah, I guess it would be easier with that. I'm doing this with my hands, and usually I play that with my daughter, and she's using my iPad, so I have to do that on my phone with my finger, and I
Oh,
don't see
geez.
much of what I'm doing. So yeah, I guess a stylus would greatly improve my my drawing, but I still suck at drawing, so I guess it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Now, Gruebitten wanted to talk about something a bit controversial.
Yes.
It's about exclusive limited time items. You know, in MMOs, like there's an event zone, and then you have 1 month or two to grind the currency and buy the
Oh,
I don't
God.
know the special mount that will be available, and that's where it hurts, I think. That will be available only during that particular event zone. And next year, even if that event zone come back, you won't be able to get the mount. You know, the 2022 mount is only available in 2022 during that month or two. Anyway, you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I despise those. Those are like
Yeah.
the single-handed reason that I quit one of the games I used to play.
Which
Wow.
was
It was on Roblox, and I quit it a while ago. It was Royal High. It literally used to give me headaches with the amount of farming you had to do just to get one single item. I was done.
Yeah, it's definitely a trick to keep players engaged because it's that old FOMO thing. It's that old this is your only chance. If you don't do this now, you will never get it. And it sucks for new players because let's say you start the game in 2023 and then you see that mount and you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. How can I get it? Well, you can't. You
Oh
you had to
yeah.
be there last year.
Either
So
that or you go to the trading hubs and like they're offering it for an insane amount of money.
yeah, there's that too, indeed.
Yes, if it's tradable. Sometimes they're not tradable. Sometimes they're bound. Like and I used to play a game called Utopia Origins, and there was a you could buy. I think it was the garden season. Yes, the garden season. You could buy a garden season, and the clothes that you could get for free temporarily, you get permanently if you bought the garden season. And you also get a mount. And at first, they were advertising them as exclusive to the garden season. Now, they did eventually make a comeback. I saw the same clothes for offer elsewhere, but frankly, that didn't bother me. I don't know if it bothered other people or not, but it didn't bother me. But when they first offered it, it was supposed to be exclusive, and like once the garden season was over, that was that. But yeah, they weren't tradable, at least not on iOS. It's not tradable. Anything purchased isn't.
Well, I would be kind of bothered. Like I prefer not time limited exclusive stuff, but if it's advertised as that, I think it's kind of disingenuous to sell it after the fact to everyone.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a translation error or
Yeah, there's
if
that
it
too.
was meant to be that way.
Yeah, that's true.
But like one of the mounts I have from, I think it's the second garden season, it's a Black Panther mount. It's a gorgeous mount and it seats 2 and everybody loves it. And I was like, why don't they just offer it again? Because I mean, I don't get off on having something that somebody else can't have. That seems kind of a weird thing to derive pleasure from. Ooh, I have this and you can't. Nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably just said something that's going to set the internet on fire, but
Well, you're gonna get a lot of comments now, and that means more each.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We should be more controversial in what we say. Hate is good. Hate click is very good. I don't mind.
Yay!
You know, once we get hate comments, we will know we've made it. Yeah.
Oh, I remember getting like this one bot, like, I don't know, it was some sort of like, sauntry sex bot, and
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is this? Like, my channel, very family friendly, and then suddenly weird bot telling me to go to this one website for pretty blonde girls. Like, deleted, gone.
I got a few of those on my some of my videos with more views. It's annoying, you delete them and you move on. I would prefer having a real hate comment. I never got many of those. Some people like commented, less pleasant stuff, but nothing bad enough for me to make a video about it. I wish I could make video with 8 comments, like my top 10 most hateful comments ever. That would be
Oh
a great
yeah,
video.
that'd be funny.
I don't know. Be careful what you wish for. I'm kidding.
Uh,
I've gotten some hate comments. I can't really tell if it's hate comments or not. Like it's very tame. It's strange how tame it is, and some just completely confusing comments.
yeah.
I'll go for the pleasant comments. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have the love
They
Yeah, well,
shouldn't be
comments
wishing
than-
for hate. Yeah.
well, not love
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
That
I
sounds
prefer
kind of
I
weird.
prefer nice comments.
Top 10 nicest comments.
Compliments.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be a great video too, for sure. So, we only have two last points to talk about. A thing I wanted to get your input on was the free-to-play model, the pros and cons, because the era I'm coming from is you would buy a game, it would be X dollars, and that was the game. There was no internet, no updates, no patch, no nothing. It was you buy it and you play it to your art's content, and that was it. And then they started to sell stuff within games. It started, I would guess, with the expansion packs on PC mostly. You would buy the game, and the year after, you would have additional content. You would buy the expansion pack. And then they started to sell stuff in cash shop. And then they started to just make the game free to play and sell a bunch of stuff in. And we always talk about the cons, the predatory nature of those, but there are also some pros to that, like accessibility and
That's true.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
a lot of people can play that otherwise would not be able to afford to play the game. I myself have joined games because they were free and would not have bought the game.
Exactly. I wouldn't have met you if Villagers and Heroes were not free to play, or at least there would be a lot of less chances.
Yeah, I don't think I would have bought it. I took a chance on it. It was not the type of thing I was playing at that time. I took a chance on it because it was free and there was no downside to trying it out.
But
On the other
then,
hand,
yeah,
I can say that if it had been like try it for a week or 2 weeks and then pay, after 2 weeks of playing, probably not a week, but after 2 weeks of playing, I definitely would have paid for it. But yeah, I never ever would have paid up front for it.
yeah, me neither. I remember I saw Villagers. I was playing Final Fantasy XIV back then, quite heavily. And I was not home that often, and I had to play home, of course. And I've seen on Touch Arcade, a mobile games website, an advertisement for Villagers and Heroes, and I remember looking at it and saying, "Nah, I don't know. It looks kind of bad." And I was a bit turned off by the gardening and ranching thing, but yeah, I took a chance, and I've been playing since
Honestly,
then.
yeah, the name, I was like, "Oh my god, this name is so cheesy." I thought it was going to be terrible and it was really good. So, yeah, I would never have. Yeah, I'm really really glad I took a chance on it.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Very glad.
And
But
I recommend it wholeheartedly to anybody thinking about taking a chance on it. Give it a try. It's free. No downside. If you don't like it, you can delete it. If you like it, hey, you got a new game you like.
yep, exactly. But then with that model, there's no, what I would like is a ceiling. Like once you've spent $500 on the game, you can't spend more. You should, how can I say this? I don't know. I just wish it was not possible to pay 100 grand in a game.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's obvious that the game makers want you to do that, like lure you in with the free to play and then make you spend like thousands of dollars or hundreds or whatever.
Yeah, you end
Yeah.
up spending more than you would if you had just purchased a game for $80.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, my biggest
But
issue is the no seeding thing. There's no
yeah,
game ever that is worth $10,000. It's just not. It's
Yeah.
You can buy a car with that money. There's no video game that is worth that much, and yet many people spend a lot more than that. Actually,
really?
yep.
It's so weird because like you would never think about paying that up front, but people manage to do that like subconsciously.
Oh wow, that's really sad. It's
It
really
is,
that's
but then
depressing.
it's because of those people that we can play free to play games. Because if everybody is just playing for free, then the game will shut down.
That's
Yeah.
true too. I mean, I guess I know again, not a lot of people believe this, but I personally believe that if I play a game, I personally feel like I have an obligation to spend at least a little bit of money on it because I'm making use of it, so I should pay for it. Again, I know that not a lot of people have that idea, but
Well, actually, I do agree with that, and I feel it's because of where I'm coming from. I know games are not free; it doesn't exist.
yeah,
I
I mean,
always
the
I
devs
always
put
paid
work
for
in
the
it.
games I've played.
The devs put a lot of work into it. It's, they spend their days toiling over code, which is not an easy job. And they deserve to be compensated for their efforts.
Yeah, completely. It's a work. It's a job. They have to get paid. I think that's for sure. But I hope, and it's not. I don't feel that's where it's going, but I hope that at some point we'll come up with a more uh, uh, reasonable way to monetize games. But it's not going that way now. Even big game companies like Square Enix are looking into putting NFTs in games. For those who
Oh,
don't know,
gee.
NFTs means no fucking thanks. That's what it means.
It
But
means bad for the environment.
yeah,
Game
true. But yeah, I hope someday we'll get a fair way to monetize games. Fair for everyone, not just the players, but the people working on the games too. Anything else to say on that?
No, not that I can think of. I mean, I'm pretty much in full agreement with you that spending 10,000 or 10 grand on a game is just ludicrous. Just
I think a good idea is to like make a little note about how much you're paying for each game so that you can tally up, and if it goes over like $30, then
Yeah,
well,
that's
you
true.
know.
I have
It would be.
sorry, we keep talking
Yeah,
about the
no,
same
go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead.
I have a game budget, and so everything I purchase in games, I always look up the premium shop prices and translate them in my head to real dollars, so I know exactly what I'm spending and on what. And I have a game budget that every 6 months, and I stick in it.
Yeah,
It
I like
depends.
that.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Nico.
It depends on like what you pay for too, because if it's something that's like kind of seems gambling-y, like I've seen on webtoons. I have webtoons. It's not a game, but it's like people spend so many coins just to like, see something that they could see in a week. So
Yeah. But yeah, I think having a notepad, where you note what you've spent is a pretty good idea, and knowing how much you're spending on a particular items, because most of those free-to-play games have like 10 currencies that convert into one another, and the goal is just to mess with your head so you don't know how much you're spending when you're buying something.
Oh,
That's
exactly.
the whole point,
Yeah,
and
you always need to make sure you know exactly how much real money you're spending.
so when you convert the thing and you say, oh shit, this hat is worth, I don't know, $50, yeah, maybe I won't buy the cosmetic hat then. So be careful with how you're spending your money.
Hats that cost $50 in real life are not uncommon. I've seen hats that cost $150 real money, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I could go out and buy a real entire outfit plus hat for that amount of money.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's funny too, because like it's in real life too, with like expensive designer brands. It's like $200 for a hat, and it's like, what?
Yeah, and it's kind of garbage. In the end, it's made in a cheap way anyway. You're really just paying for the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind paying for quality, but when you're paying for snob value and the seams are like start fraying immediately and it falls apart the first time you wash it, you're like, excuse me?
And I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but the free-to-play model is coming into, outside of video games. I've heard that in somewhere in England or Great Britain, I never know which one is what. There's a car company that started to make subscription stuff. Like you have eating seats.
Oh, I've heard about that.
I read about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the car.
Gosh,
It's working.
no.
Yeah, it's working and all, but if you want it to work, you have to pay $9.99 a month. Because if you don't pay, it won't.
No,
yeah,
no.
it's
That is
incredibly stupid.
ridiculous.
I hope nobody buys them. Please, nobody buy those. Just don't buy them.
There's gonna be some stupid people.
There's always some stupid people.
Yeah, like for the car heat, like the seat heating subscriptions.
If people buy them, that's it. Everybody else is going to go to that, and then soon there will be no option for the rest of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is where
don't buy that.
When I see stuff like that, my hopes for better monetization in games is slim. All right, but we can dream. We can dream. All right.
Free too.
So, this is a gaming podcast, but we also ask, in the end, important society question. So this week, our question is: what is the ideal temperature of coffee?
Cold.
Iced.
Huh. Well, all right. You're quite sure on this, right?
Yes.
With a lot of sugar in it, or?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. You need iced candy coffee.
Yep.
All right.
It's coffee that tastes like candy. Candy coffee for the win.
Yeah.
All right. So my answer was like not too hot, but all right. My wife is drinking her coffee very, very hot. Like I don't understand how she's not burning herself with it, but I usually drink my coffee so slow that it starts kind of hot and it's pretty cold at the end, and I guess I don't care that much of what is the ideal temperature of coffee.
Yeah.
No,
I can drink it
not
hot,
warm.
but
no, it needs to be iced.
Well, that settles it. If you ever wanted to know what was the ideal temperature of coffee? It's iced with quite a bit of sugar in it.
And
Yep.
milk.
Yeah, milk. It
Sometimes
has to
whipped
be whole
cream on
milk.
top.
Yeah.
Sprinkles.
And caramel.
Yeah, of
Sugar,
course.
sprinkles. Ice cream.
Oh, all right. So this is how coffee is meant to be drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
in
meant
ice
how it
to
is.
cream
be a
form.
dessert experience.
I mean, hey, so many people eat donuts for breakfast, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not worse than putting sugar in your coffee. That's for sure. At least you're saving on the fat. So anyway, that's all for today. Thank you very much, Nico, to have come talk game with us.
you're
And I
welcome.
hope,
Subscribe to me.
yeah, subscribe to Nico's channel. All the links are in the description.
Wait, how do you
And
spell parsimonious, Nico? Oh, well, actually, never mind. Never mind. You got the link in
Oh.
the description.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll put it on the screen in big letters. You won't believe it. It's going to be incredibly clear what the channel is.
Yay!
You won't believe it. I hope you will be able to come another time in the future. We would love to have you again. So,
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.